Let's just quickly go across to the big story coming out of Tripura, and we have the Deputy Chief Minister of Tripura, Jishnu Dev Varma, joining us. Mr. Varma, first and foremost, Tripura exit polls. Thank you so much for taking out the time to join us. I'm sure you've taken a look at these exit polls, and they're predicting a BJP comeback, actually a historic repeat of that historic win. Your reactions, how are you all feeling right now?
Is that a question to me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, good evening. We have seen the exit polls and your poll of polls, and it shows that the BJP is coming to power on its own, and we are winning these elections on the strength of our work and the work we have done in the rural sector and the urban sector in the last 5 years, despite of the COVID pandemic. And people have reposed their faith once again in BJP and development.
Sir, what I want to understand from you, as we keep saying that the exit polls come with a caution. As far as the Tripura, the state is concerned, important for the Bharatiya Janata Party, multiple rallies by the Prime Minister as well. There seems to be, at least in the tribal areas, a massive inroads that have been made by the Tripura Mota parties. You may not need support, but if there is, because at least one exit poll, the Times now doesn't give you a clear majority. If there is a scenario where it is a hung assembly, are you open to an alliance with Pradyut Kishore Dev Varman, because you tried to get him in the fold even before the elections as well?
Let me tell you one thing, that we are going to come well over 40. And looking at exit polls, we don't decide alliances. We don't decide alliances looking at exit polls. And we'll be above 40. And second thing is that this is a very intriguing election where the left and the Congress tied up, and it was a non-starter from the beginning. And then came the Tripura Mota, which has a very limited appeal among the tribals. And they have made an inroad. It's nothing new. Earlier, CPM used to get about 19-20 seats of the ST constituencies. So this time, Tripura Mota has replaced them, that's all. And according to your alliance, because one channel has shown a little less, I think that is too early to say. Looking at exit polls, we can't decide on alliances.
But aren't you worried?
I am very, very sure.
Aren't you worried the BJP and the Prime Minister is making such a strong pitch? If you look at the larger picture for 2024, as far as the tribal vote is concerned, we saw the Prime Minister, in fact, specifically appealing to the tribal voters to vote for the BJP.
We have the first woman tribal
absolutely,
president
the president, this is something that the BJP has been talking about. Aren't you worried if you are not able to reach across, your policies are not able to, the message is not able to go across to the tribal voters of Tripura? Don't you see that it will have an impact nationally as well, as far as the tribal votes are concerned, sir?
See, the tribal voters, there is always a space for regional party in Tripura. There is a space for regional parties in Tripura, and a regional party in Tripura is not something very new. We have seen regional parties come and go by the dozens. They don't last because they are demand-based parties. How long this experiment will last, I don't know. Eventually, as far as I know, and my experience in politics, eventually everyone will come under the development umbrella, because the tribal areas require speedy development. They require more power in the ADC, and in our manifesto we have said that the ADC area should be more developed, more speedily developed, more power should be given to these 6 scheduled areas. So there's nothing left that we have not decided for the, our indigenous people. And BJP always takes along everyone in the development. That's why the Prime Minister appeals to indigenous people to come and walk with us on the road to development. And he has inspired a lot of them.
All right, Mr. Varma, I just want to ask you, when you accepted graciously our congratulations based on these exit polls, you said the BJP is doing well on its own. So what happens to your alliance with the IPFT, which you've gone into the elections with them, but you definitely needed them in the past term to cushion you, to make sure we don't have any defections. What happens now?
let me tell you that we never ditch our alliance partners. It doesn't matter how much influence or influence they have or what vote catching power they have. They are our alliance partners. We have given them 5 seats, and let us have a look at the outcome. And so after that we will decide. But they are with us, and future course of action will be decided after second.
Sir, I also wanted to very quickly, sir, just 2 quick questions. One, I wanted to ask you, do you think that Tripura Motha's entire campaign, very aggressive campaign for our greater Tripura land, it has somewhere has an impact on the other voters, especially the Bengali-speaking voters, the counter-consolidation that has helped the BJP to perform better in seats other than the tribal areas? Do you think that has worked in your favor?
See, we don't believe in the concept of polarization. And BJP, I have been with the BJP for a very long time, and we have not ever thought of building vote banks. We have always think that, votes should be given on the basis of the work the government does. And this is the first time in Tripura that the voters have seen that every minister gave his or her report card. The government gave the report card. All departments gave the report cards. This is the first time in Tripura that elections have been fought in such a transparent and such effective manner. So there is no question of they are polarizing and we are gaining for counter polarization. It is not that. The election results, as per the exit polls, are a clear reflection of the work that we have done in the last 5 years, despite of COVID, and the people's satisfaction with our work. That we have been able to do good work, and we have been able to make delivery to the last mile.
Okay, so if the exit poll turn out to be true on March 2nd, who's going to be the chief minister? Who's going to be your boss? Or are you going to be the boss and somebody else is going to be the deputy chief minister? Because the BJP has so far not announced who is going to be the chief minister of Tripura come March 2nd if the results hold.
If the BJP has not announced, how do you expect me to announce on NDTV?
I'm only expecting, what is your expectation, sir? I'm only hoping that you would be able to shed some light on what the party is thinking at this moment. Is Dr. Manik Saha going to continue as the chief minister?
The whole concept is that people don't understand the BJP. We work for the party and for a certain method of working and making last mile delivery. This is what we work for, not to become chief ministers or deputy chief ministers. All of us work together with one thing, single aim, that the party must win and win on our development achievements. And so it is inconsequential who becomes chief minister.